my gosh. I do not... Oh, my mouth isn't moving. Why do I always have this issue? It's not the lighting issue. I literally have a light, like, right in front of me. But... nothing's moving. Alright. Let me try and fix this real quick. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, if your mouth is closed, but it's going to be open. But my mouth... Okay, let's... There we go. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I'm not feeling too hot today. I started having a headache yesterday, and, you know, I thought maybe sleeping would make it go away, but it didn't. My headache is still here. And in addition, I'm feeling a bit nauseous. Yesterday I was at a college thing. I was running a table for the Gamers Guild, which I'm an officer for at my college, and because I'm a nerd, you know. And I don't know. I met a lot of people. I was around a lot of people, so after so long in solitude, I'm assuming I probably caught something, which sucks because my first class is today. So I'm taking a poetry class, and that's the only class I'm taking today. I mean, this semester is what I mean. Yeah, so I have coffee. I am feeling a bit better though. I should be able to voice act 15 characters now. Sayaka's dead. I don't have to voice Sayaka anymore. I actually hate voicing Sayaka. I'm psychic. Just kidding. I just have really good intuition. I try to voice her based off Mercedes from Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is what it sounds like in my head, but I know that what I hear in my head is not the same as what I hear, or what you guys hear. But that was the general gist of what I was going for. Well, thanks Luna the Hellhound for the follow, because you did it while I was not online, but it's been 5 days since my last follow, because I just have not been streaming. But since I have class today, Tuesdays and Thursdays I have classes, so I think that since those streams are going to be shorter, I should play Danganronpa on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I can't play Danganronpa for several hours on end. Like, I can't play it for 6 hours. My voice gives out. I've tried before, trust me. But I think Hollow Knight would be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays if possible. I need any other day that I can stream. And until I get a job, that's basically gonna be my general schedule. Okay. Oof. Okay. My connection is not the best. Alright. Let's get our magnifying glasses. No spoilers for those who have seen anything, and no spoilers for those, because okay. There's one bit of evidence in this trial that literally just tells you who did it. If you pick up on it, don't spoil it for the people who don't know, please. Thank you. Let's unmute that. Wait, is it? Yeah, okay. Okay, we literally stopped like right after we saw Sayaka's body. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. Right. We passed out after seeing the body, because it's Sayaka, we're in love with her. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You're awake, finally. Are you okay? Now's not the time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You're unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. It's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is... We literally just saw her body. You're just gonna pass out again, Makoto. You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. Okay, yeah, I was making sure that... No, I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then, why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to everything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who's killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey!
Unless someone violates the school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
Listen
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule. Then who did it? Who killed her? You already know the answer. Oh, hello there, Fox. How art thou? We're investigating the first murder. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid. That's... What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that. You were lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her. Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious? Someone killed someone. It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
And that's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Poo-hoo-hoo. 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 Oh wait, no, he already voice acted that.
What?
Why are you laughing? Boo. It's 'cause... Naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here? You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing.
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember? You have a love-hate relationship with Monokuma? Well, yeah, I mean... No. I mean, I guess you are kind of into insane killers, aren't you? Hey, yesterday I watched one episode of Killing Harmony Danganronpa and I liked it. What is Danganronpa casually about? Or can you explain the order the games are? I never liked scary stuff, but finding out the culprit was fun. Yeah, the entirety of Danganronpa is basically... Each game is a different killing game where 15 or 16 students are locked up, I would say, and told if you want to leave, kill each other. And that's just the general. There's different murders. It's basically this is the same kind of plot redone, but there's different murders, different twists, different characters. It's just really fun to play. But the order would go, I believe, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, which is what I'm playing right now. Stop barking at me. I'm assuming you're Clementine. But this is Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and then Goodbye Despair. And then there's an anime that takes place between Goodbye Despair and V3 that doesn't have a game adaptation. And then V3. I don't know what the anime is called though. Oh, if you want to play Ultra Despair Girls, that also takes place between Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, and Goodbye Despair. But that's completely different from all of the other Danganronpa games. It's more of a shooter than just a Danganronpa shooter game. Anyway. Even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember? You are referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. Yeah, and if you forget, you can always just look it up. I'm pretty sure there's a Reddit post somewhere that has, like, the order of everything. Okay. I have, like, 3 new people in my chat, and I'm assuming I know one of them, and I'm assuming the other 2 people are probably from Amino, Luna and Austin. You're Gamzee. I can't say that I've ever interacted with you, but hi, Gamzee. I think I've seen you in Mon's chat, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, oh, you're Clementine. Okay, yeah, I was right about that. Okay, anyway, back to the game. That is what you were talking about, is it not? Welcome to game with anime characters. Bingo! Isn't enough to just kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
So if we're wrong, we all die. So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh? Well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution?
What?
And by execution, you mean
solution is execution. Execution!
Okay, if any of you new people here have ever seen or played Danganronpa, don't spoil anything, please.
Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Me chewing ice. So, to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong... What meme are you referring to, Gamzee? All the rest of us get executed? What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. Oh, someone... Okay, I'm ignoring that right now. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means they'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. Wait, what new rule? I thought that was already the rule. Oh, wait, hold on a second. You're freaking insane, and you know that? Huh? A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop
What
it.
do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you
What? Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up.
Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be a part of this.
I
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it.
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil's standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to get through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then...
Are you enjoying yourself now? Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gungnir.
Ooh. Ooh. How is she still alive, girl? That's like straight... You're just punctured like literally every vital organ she has.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again. Alright guys, not even at the first murder. I'm not even at the first class trial, sorry. We're definitely at the first murder. And we've already got 2 dead people. Wow, I guess just getting rid of all the girls, why don't we? Just like I'm trying to fix my... Well, yeah, she was super shaky. She was trembling. I'm trying to wear my blanket because I'm in the basement and it's cold. But it's not cooperating. It keeps getting stuck on the wheels of my chair. No, Rose, you cannot spoil. You cannot spoil, especially has to do with Junko. Like, I don't think even Fox really knows anything about Junko, okay? He's seen me play this before. I haven't ever gotten to that far. Rose yesterday spoiled who the first one to die was. She said, "Oh yeah, Sayaka's gonna be the first one to die." I'm like, Rose, what the hell? What the? This can't be real. No way!
Well then.
Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. What promise? Now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am.
I didn't really need to. You literally were gonna you were gonna blow up in Mondo's hands. Chihiro is a girl, you goof. Who here has actually played through Danganronpa or seen someone play Danganronpa? Byakuya is not. The popping cat? Yeah, I mean, I don't have, good mouth tracking. I just have Luppet, which has, like, maybe, like, 2 positions my mouth can be in. One of which looks like a smile, and the other one is just a circle. So, I mean... I don't know if it's... I don't know. It's just what I have to deal with. Now you just see how serious I am.
Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you just obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She'd died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in a prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search of the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
It's the Monokuma file!
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then...
Wait, so then, you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well...
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. I also hate voicing Monokuma. Can't wait for him to die. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. Oh, and Hifumi. I hate voicing Hifumi. I also just hate Hifumi. He left us at a total loss. They really just they made Hifumi like the most just stereotypical creep, you know? Like he really has no redeeming qualities to him. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who did it, if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result of having total faith in everyone else. Huh? Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame. What an awful thing to say, especially after everything that's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away. Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
You just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it. Let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. I know, it sucks that Byakuya is so hot and it's such an asshole. An asshole. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Yeah, because, like, literally, they, like... So, like, the assumption at this point is the person who was, like, shaking her doorknob on her door was going after her. But, like, we changed rooms, and they were still after Sayaka. Like... I know exactly what happened. But, for the sake of people who don't. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Let's go left or right. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. Hifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. Wow, imagine seeing someone die and then still cracking dumbass jokes like that.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us. They... We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Huh? What's going on? Hero, you're a dumbass. Is this really happening? Screw that piece of shit bear. I think we shouldn't talk to Hyoko quite yet.
What the heck?
I hate this. But still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead. So you finally noticed. Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Not anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. She's right. Then, could it be... All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second. You've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look of everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? You need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. So we're really gonna try and find out who did it? And then pocket? If we find out who did it, only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution. I love how many times it just reminds you of that. That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid. I gently placed my hands on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but... she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check, after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on! Just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that's happened so far is real? Is that a joke one of her? It's really real? Oh my god, how many people had to die before he put 2 and 2 together, am I right? Hell no. Someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're not just now accepting that?
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no. We can't just leave him there alone.
what?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you! I don't know. Mondo is... I don't like his hair.
So then.
Fine. Then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. 2-player co-op base defense with the 2 of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But,
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
so then.
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
So.
well, do I really have to say more?
Perhaps you need.
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I'd better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this right here, right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they'd better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off. But we're not detectives or anything, you know? We're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that? We
Anyway.
don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is
It was
very
you.
sus-
I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next? Yeah, I will admit that, Mondo is very manly. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Mikoto's guilty yet. Well, in the traditional sense, man, in the traditional sense. We're not assigning gender stereotypes here, except that's literally this game does nothing but assign gender stereotypes. That's true. We may as well check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help but investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood, she says in front of the bloody body of Junko. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out, she says yet again in front of the bloody body.
Oh, yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me have still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? I don't know, Sayaka died in your bathroom. Although, I would definitely be suspicious about it. I mean, like, if someone's going to kill someone and wants to get away with it, they wouldn't kill them in their room, you know? Like, if I wanted to kill Hifumi, which, you know, I do, I wouldn't do it in my room. That's so dumb. Seriously, they've got it all wrong. How do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution. Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas.
We went through this 30 seconds ago, Monokuma.
Rain in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. That's all. Who really killed Sayaka? Okay, investigate. Start. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room, in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka. What? Okay, I have to find out how she was killed. Aren't you going to help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. Oh. It's okay, Chihiro. I have to stay with her. Ugh. No way. I seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you. God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. Sorry. Let's not do that shit, okay? Using slurs, I mean. No way to tell if you're part of that community or not, so just please don't try to offend anybody. I'm begging you. God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Kira doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. This doesn't really do any... Okay, we already did this. Okay. Alright, so obviously, let's go to the murder scene. Oh, first of all, I should head to the scene of the crime. My room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. Oh, don't get a choice. So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I better examine the statue of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Well, let's talk to Mondo and Kyoko. You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? For anyone from the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible. That dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. See, gender stereotypes. So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. Why am I giving him that voice? That's not the voice I've been giving him. But what if it was a girl that did it? They'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But...
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, not really.
There's a joke to be made here, and I'm really just struggling to make the joke. I'm trying to think of what would be funny to say. I don't know.
I'm searching. Searching?
Just look at the position she's in. Just like one finger on the floor, as if she's like drawing her finger across the floor. What is that? What's that gonna achieve? She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
That was the joke, probably, that I would have ended up making. So she's looking for a contact. Rose, stop spamming stuff. I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. Hey, Time Swerve. We're investigating Sayaka's death. Junko died. Junko attacked Monokuma and then was impaled by a bunch of spears. That was fun. Because violence against the headmaster is strictly prohibited. So we're investigating the murder scene. Because we have to do a class trial to figure out who did it. And if we're wrong, everybody but the person who did it dies, and the person who did it gets away. But if we're right, the person who did it dies, and we just have to continue living here. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus... Oh, actually, yeah, I started doing it this week, too. My classes... I went to my university yesterday to, run a table for my Gamers Guild, at the Welcome Back Fair. And today is my first class. Stop spamming... Rose, I swear to God! You're literally just a troll. And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. Remember that coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you'd do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just light off in the middle of the fight. So, why are there scratches on the sheath? I'm pretty sure Zoomer is the... I don't know. I don't know the order of generations. But Zoomer is generally younger than 20, I think. I don't know. So why are the scratches in the sheath? There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it. I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
Wait.
It would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there was no way you would know.
Well,
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer... Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? What else do I look at? Oh, a lot. There were gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this. I don't know, maybe you break something? Tools have... I know it's given to you for murder, but tools have a practical use as well.
yo,
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
why?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, am I right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
Why?
Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys had opened their toolkits yet. Cause, like, why the hell would we? I can look at the... Excuse me, Sakura. I need to get behind you real quick. It's the display stand the sword was on. Alright, never mind. It's irrelevant. Will these scratches tell me more info? There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Yeah, okay. It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Okay, right. We've already had this conversation. Okay. Kyoko, do you have any more to say to me? Hey, Kyoko. Oh, wait.
What are you
Okay, never mind. Fuck you. Oh! But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen,
"Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time. Interesting. What's interesting?
hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too? Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. No. I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Yeah, I think... Could Sakura have done it? Yeah, I think so. I think Sakura. Definitely Sakura, you know. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought held me up and supported me. What if Sayaka just killed herself? What's up with the sign of the struggle? There's like literally scratches all over my... You think... you... Okay, so, here's the thing. In this room, there is literally just something that tells you who did it. I've prefaced this stream with this warning. If you figure it out, don't spoil it. Because I do upload these to YouTube. Like, even if it's just... Don't spoil it, please. You can be like, oh, yeah, I know who it is, but you don't have to say who it is, please. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, so that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery. Yeah, that's... Yep, that is what you just said. Okay, making sure I wasn't, like... That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? The water from the shower gets turned off at nighttime. I mean, do I have to look at anything else? That's it. It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with her life itself.
right.
You often talk like an aspiring poet. But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So,
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location, while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
well,
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but It's obvious you're not going to tell me. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who's better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I want to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit the door frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice. Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this? Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. So whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So,
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is, only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this. Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into this DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks. If they'll even talk to me, that is. Okay. To-do list. DVD. Kitchen. Trash room. Chihiro. Chihiro's on my to-do list. Sorry. Oh, hello there, handsome.
Very
So, why wasn't Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth. You're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me? Then, it should have been me that died? Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. If that's really true, then I...
Seems like
Something doesn't seem quite right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? It's 2. It's really only 2? What? I thought it would be at least like 2:30 by now. Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Mizuno doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? What are you gonna do to stop me, bitch? Oh shit. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? The nameplate has my name on it. This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all the effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Anyway, back to Sayaka's room. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Did I get it? I'm assuming I grabbed it. Alright, this trash room is the closest from here. What time is it for you, Rose? There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past.
It's the end of the line.
The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further.
No. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any
No,
further.
this is just the same line. Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Okay, it's intentional. This is just stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go
Oh my god, shut up! It's 2:04 a.m.? Wow. Alright guys, who's on cleaning duty? I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room? Of course. It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw our things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear, and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you
Hey,
bastard.
fatty, why do you want to do the cleaning duty gig anyway? Wow, fuck you.
Oh,
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal? Liar. I know why you did it.
is it?
You want to dig through all the girls' trash. Looking for, and poking around at it.
No way
What are
to
you
think
talking about?
this in a
All my love is for
common
2D.
sense way. You know what I
But there's still all kinds of trash stickers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D good for is to show her love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hafumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? Isn't that how it's supposed to... Anyway, back on topic. Fumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What, so now you want to suddenly join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
Oh, okay.
So easy. So, Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you?
Weh. You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. He said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. The fuck is he talking about? Is he like referencing a movie or something that I just haven't seen, or is he just being straight up insane and off topic? It's really out of pocket. Whatever, please just hurry up.
Okie dokie.
Leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then... However, Mr. Naegi, surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend. You planned this all along. No. I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? Fumi literally just die. Just die, please. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Yeah, Tom, who do you think the killer is? Or if you know, if you've picked up from the, oh fuck, unless you've picked it up from the hint to say, I know who it is. I don't know if that makes any sense. Whatever. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, is that?
Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Okay. Is that referring to like Dragon Ball Z? Like I've never seen Dragon Ball Z, but I know it has to do with collecting Dragon Balls and literally has the word dragon in it. Is Chihiro secretly the killer? Oh no, we love Chihiro. And kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it, and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on a quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Your bets are on Kiyotaka? How come? There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. Yeah, he's definitely really over the top. I don't like talking about it all that much. It looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? Hifumi, we're investigating a murder of a person right now? Can you stop being just a complete asshole? Like, just making jokes about everything? Anyway, it looks like a piece of cloth in the shape. It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good thing it's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah, and it's on right now. Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator? It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Sorry. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Fumi, I thought you said you haven't done trash duty yet. So what do you mean last time you were down here? Fumi, do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No. You said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Ah, yes. About that there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. Okay, fine. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet... So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me? Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Yeah, I'm sure this solves a lot of mysteries right here. Doesn't create any more. Just solves them all. Yummy. It sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. I think that's everything. Actually, we haven't actually looked at this yet. The green button turns it on, and the yellow button turns it off. Or so it seems, anyway. Okay, so yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah. Alright, let's go find... So we can stop by the AV room on our way to find Chihiro. Was there anywhere else I needed to check? I've already forgotten my to-do list. Because Chihiro's in the gym with Hiro. What else was there? Checked out the trash room. Talked to Chihiro about the numbers. Watched the DVD. Oh, go to the kitchen. We can stop there. You have to. That's because obviously where the knife came from. Oh, hi, Hina. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall?
Oh, no. I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started.
Oh, so you just haven't been doing anything?
This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing.
I know what you mean.
And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me calm down. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed.
That's the thing, though, right? Sayaka was killed at nighttime because we switched rooms, and then while I was still in the room with Sayaka, the nighttime alarm went off, right? She wasn't killed before nighttime, we know that much. But the kitchen doors close, like the dining room doors close at nighttime. So how are you in the kitchen at night, Hina? There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or... I'd better see if anyone here knows more about it. There's a bunch of vegetables all piled up. I don't see anything noteworthy about any of it. Nice.
There's literally nothing else to look at. Oh. Marbled meats. Salted meats. Now's the time to be thinking about food. Nice. I just really want all of my nice coins, please. Okay. I think Hina would know. Actually, the only person we know went into that kitchen was Sayaka, because she was the one who was like, yeah, it restocks every day. But, hey, so, did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure who did it, am I right? You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. Which proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not, I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends and one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. I mean, at least she's not, like, scared of you. Hey, where's Toko? I just realized we haven't seen Toko. Or Taka. I wonder what they're doing. Oh, there's Taka. I'll talk to you later. There's nothing inside. Oh, right, I was meant to watch Sayaka's. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play, and the screen was dark for a few seconds. But then... the same picture we see every single time we talk about Sayaka's past. An image slowly appeared. It looks like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with the friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then... that voice I'd come to despise so much began to flow out of the speakers.
Sayaka Mizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing...
Okay, all done with my coffee.
That much more beautiful.
Which, of course, means... away with the drink. Okay. Suddenly, the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls, who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Okay. Bless me. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? Shush.
Taka is out in the hallway. We'll talk to him next. Calm down. There's a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens. Wait. No. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget Beam! Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Ha ha ha. Oh, we have to talk to Hiro about the glass ball, because... that's obviously his. Hey, Chihiro. I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
Oh? What is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She read out the numbers 11037. Okay, Rose, I know who the killer is, and you know who the killer is. Do you have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, couldn't be. Hey, Hiro, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. Got enough, gotta break free. Hiro, snap out of it. Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah! That's my crystal ball, dude! But it's all smashed. What the hell? I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So, how did it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So, you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, it's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. Why do you have a crystal ball in the laundry room? You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hiro. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune-telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. Yeah, this is supposed to be the ultimate clairvoyant guy. And this thing around just doesn't know what clairvoyance is. $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. What if I just didn't? What if I just left? There's no running away now. The red door, I have no choice but to go through it. Okay. No, not yet. You get access to more floors later. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you.
I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. Oh, hello there, crazy corn. Welcome to the stream. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it. But I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. So, Crazy Corn, I've had to tell Rose this like 20,000 times. Don't spoil anything, okay? But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then.
What time is it for me? It's around 2:30 in the afternoon.
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom.
I only have 30 minutes to do this. We're probably not getting through the entirety of the class trial, but I'll try and find you. What do you mean this is the harder ones to spoil? Like this is a... Oh, I know what you mean. But, I mean, I know Time's only been paying half attention, so I don't think they've caught on to, the murderer. 11037. Although I suspect that Time is about to put 2 and 2 together. But, I don't know if Benedict's been watching. They've said something here and there, but
Where all your fate will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
What?
so whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is like one of the only ones where you can basically figure out the killer right away. Damn. You really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh? If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Also, what was that voice I gave him? Oh, I didn't want to talk to you again. No, Rose has played through the game. She knows all the, killers and victims and stuff. There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future. Oh, Rose is Pandora, by the way. Let's get started. Sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her? Relax. I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. I can't help but wonder whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. Chihiro equals the real hero, you're not wrong. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Being so insistent, even though you're obviously killed her. Very impressive. Well, the time has finally come. Are you ready? So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Naegi's final curtain call. Let's talk to him.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the best of you from here on out. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well,
Let us begin.
Yes.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when the time has finally come. When they were making the original version, Kyoko was the first one to die. That is so interesting.
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? I'm pretty sure, Celeste, I was thinking that. I didn't say out loud. I feel like an inmate awaiting their sentence. But have you got Crazy Corn? Have you ever like looked at the preliminary designs for all the characters? Like, literally, it's pretty insane how much they've changed. Especially, like, I remember Chihiro. I think the original design for her, she had a bowl cut. Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. A bowl cut, like B-O-W-L? Have you ever heard of a bowl cut? Oh, bowl cuts are really ugly. I think the general gist of it is if when like someone doesn't want to, when a mom doesn't want to take their kid doesn't want to pay someone to cut their hair, cut their children's hair, so they put a bowl on top of the head and cut all the hair that's not underneath the bowl. It's just really ugly. It's not only children have it either. There's like adults who have it too. They just, I don't know why they decided it's a good look on them. Yo-ho-ho! You finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it just feel just like a real courtroom? Yeah, that. Look it up. Look up a bowl cut. It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total shit.
Well, now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. You have a bowl cut? Rose, don't do that to me. Hurry up now, hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it would be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Alright, guys. We got some skills from Chihiro. I know we got one from, Sayaka. Algorithm. It increases the speed of memorizing a statement. Effective during the non-stop fate. Costs 2 SP. Okay, that's cool. And then melodious voice. Alright, guys. All of this is fun. It's voice acted.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
I had a bowl cut when I was younger.
Of course.
Okay, everyone close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Oh, okay.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Yes, punishment equals
Before we move on
execution.
and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates.
Fuck, just die, Hifumi.
But what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay. That about does it.
I don't know. I kind of prefer guys with longer hair, but not like super long hair. There are very few who can like show up.
Summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Yeah, my people just can't count. Oh, we need to finish the my other playthrough that I do on Discord. You guys, there's so much. Gosh. But not at all gonna be important in the future. Not at all. What person, like, what was it called? Chekhov's gun or something? Is that what you called it? I know there's a plot device, like, it's called, but anyway, I prefer, this is completely off topic, I prefer women, first of all, but, if I am into it, like, okay, let me put this in a better way. I do not judge people's compatibility with me based off how they look. Good looks is just kind of, I guess, extra bonus points that don't really mean anything. But when it comes to guys, I prefer a bit longer hair, not super, like, there's very few people who can, like, pull off man buttons or, like, just, I don't like people with, like, buzz cuts or just really short hair, technically. It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Make your argument. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Can you guys hear the voices of the characters fine? Okay.
With the way things have been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
I guess she never went into the room, so it makes sense that she wouldn't know that.
First. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon. Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We needed to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. I'm pretty sure everybody here is like 15, except for like, pretty sure Hiro was like 22, but.
So what was used to kill her?
It was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on.
No, it's wrong.
Obviously, this is the first class trial, so everything's gonna be super easy.
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
This is like a tutorial.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
I know, it's like we're playing Phoenix Wright.
With
No, story doesn't change between playthroughs. I thought, when I first played this game, I thought, like, who you made friends with and everything, or would determine who dies. But everything's scripted. There's really no player choice in this game. It's just like a visual novel, you know? Except that there's no alternate endings.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Maybe look real close, take a glance at the body and know it's a kitchen
Okay,
knife.
so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime.
Yeah, it would take so much longer to make if it was, like, randomized.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Yeah, maybe we just sleepwalked. We sleep killed.
Right. We did it in secret. Nobody was in the...
No, it's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
You're right, I am gonna say that I'm not the killer.
What do you think, Tina? Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Tina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other? Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule? Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Okay, Rose, we know you think Taka is
I
hot.
didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
You find Mondo hot? What?
Tina seemed the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure. But
Eh.
can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Chihiro's adorable.
That's right.
I like Hina.
Sakura
He is
was
pretty
with me
pretty.
the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Byakuya is hot.
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
If it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility.
Literally wearing a schoolgirl's outfit, and everyone refers to her as a she.
True. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Oh, Fuyuhiko is wonderful.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Monokuma.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look
You
at
remember
us.
that being Hina's
She
voice?
just
What do you
went
mean?
Straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely,
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case...
What do you mean,
we
no?
got the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Sakura's awesome.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
My face shaking in the corner.
twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction.
It's just so funny, this is a face shaking.
Most terrifying talent.
Damn. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? Well, this is kind of an older game. I don't know, not older game, but like, I don't know how old this game is. But they get away with a lot of stuff. They're like assigning gender stereotypes. They're definitely more than a bit not racist. Sexist. Sorry. I don't know if race is ever relevant, but they're definitely a bit sexist. This is back when, which can only make me assume this was made back when, you know, like LGBT stuff is less common and more frowned upon. Does that make sense?
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
Kyoko coming in to save us.
Until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure this is meant.
Something was
No, this is
missing
meant to
from the scene
be
of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
in Japan, right? Yes, this is the one that's meant to be in Japan. Because I remember when Celeste introduced herself as Celestia Ludenberg, we were like, you are Japanese, right? Like, obviously these are all Japanese names, but,
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. Yeah, I don't know anything about Asian countries, but if we can just figure out what that something is. But like every country, like LGBT community has been kind of suppressed until like more recently we're like starting to make progress with. Wow, that was so hard.
Now I understand.
You're talking about like Malaysia?
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Hola, mi hermana.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find
Yes.
my hair in the crime scene. If the crime scene is in my room.
Why would hair be on the floor? Well, because he lives there. People just naturally kind of shed hair. And the fact that there was absolutely no hair, despite us being there for several days, was really suspicious.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
Her body was in my bathroom. What?
No. If that were the case.
I've been streaming for about, we're coming up on 2 hours, but I will be having to stop in about like 8 minutes.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Yeah, I've streamed this on Discord in the past, and Korn he's seen everything up to the fourth murder. Although I don't think he knows who did the fourth murder yet. I don't think we ever did the class trial. It is the fourth murder, right?
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed
He doesn't actually know who killed the fourth victim.
Did they have any
He has
trouble with
suspicions, but...
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Actually, oh, you do now? Okay, if you say so.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Oh wait, what were we talking about? The bathroom? Oh right. The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Sayaka's wrist. Let's see. No, go back.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
What's a
The
doorknob?
for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh, yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
No.
Why would I? I know how to
The
open
only
it.
choice you have is to break it.
Oh my
or
gosh,
break
you're
it.
so
There's
dumb.
nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? Oh my gosh, I literally do not care. Get out of here. I know how to play the game. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the back room.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom. At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it. No, it's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was
Yeah,
locked.
we've gone over this. It's my bathroom. Guys' bathrooms don't lock. Like, he's like, because Sayaka locked it.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right? Yes.
Gay? What?
That is true.
What does that have to do with being gay?
Your bathroom door open.
Because it was stuck. Huh? What are you talking about? My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't
I
open
love
was just
whenever
because it was
Monokuma's on the
stuck.
screen, it plays his little theme.
But
It
the
just
killer
immediately
didn't
cuts
know
back to
that
the
and
intense,
assumed it
like,
was locked. So they
trial
tore apart
music.
the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was it took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own
Kyondo.
room,
They literally
then-
just they gave the ship a name in the game. It's Kyondo. It's Taka X Mondo. Yeah, Kyoko generally is like the character that just always knows what's going on.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
No, Rose, it's Kyondo. Literally, like, Hifumi, the part rodent.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't
Taro.
know if
Okay,
it
fine.
came over
Whatever you
by
want.
force or simply by accident.
Oh,
But
hi, Kari. I didn't realize you were right next to me.
the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
My dog's laying on the floor next to me.
It was a
Okay, Rose, we know you think Taka's hot.
time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
that is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
So what I've been trying to tell you, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I can't speak.
Then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Okay, Hifumi. Well, how did that contribute to the conversation?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Taka.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem. Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh, you.
What?
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
You're fucking talking to me.
It's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so.
You missed it. Earlier, someone came in and started barking at me. I know who it was, but I think she started barking at me.
Well, I was just wondering, how'd the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe.
No, not just like saying wolf, like literally just like typing out the noises a dog makes.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
I keep talking over the conversation.
Maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
Steroids. Wait, what's that?
Could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Hey Rose, no fat shaming. Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because well, she asked us to switch rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Yamada is hot now. Okay.
I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
I definitely don't find him attractive.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Ooh.
Why would you lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't.
But of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Sayaka wrote it.
But why? Why would she write that? The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yes.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Yeah, the Yamaha, like any shaking screen. This is really funny.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But no, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room. I see. So if someone read that
I'm
note,
trying to draw a heart around
then
Chihiro,
they
except
would
that
have
it's
gone to
impossible.
Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto.
No, it's wrong.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the
I'm
nameplate
just trying to
on
stay
Makoto's
down here
room
as long as I
had
can. I'm just
Sayaka's.
waiting for someone to call me upstairs.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay.
I doesn't like where this is
Who
going.
did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms.
I got it.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who'd even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
My first assumption would actually be
You also
Monokuma.
infer as much from her
And that, like, if we ever tried to switch rooms, Monokuma would just make that room ours, if that makes sense. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? Yeah, Rose, I'm not even... Rose, you can go to sleep. I'm not even speedrunning Minecraft right now. You can't really bully me for just reading, you know?
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Also, you're really bad at not
Why would she
spoiling
switch
everything.
them in the first place? She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Me telling someone to leave my stream.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
Later, I'll sleep. Oh no, we're being raided. 30 seconds, my friends. Alright. Anyway.
That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We
she invited over is the culprit.
But we still
We solved
don't
it.
know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with your killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
I'm glad you enjoy my content. I'm literally sitting here not talking and just letting everybody else talk.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
I do have to go soon. Like, I'm just
Sayaka
waiting for
suggested I should
any
hold
second now.
on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist. How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Makoto's gay? Or do you mean
Right there
Mondo
where
is
her
gay?
wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Okay. Yes, both of them are gay.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
Manda and Taka.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it. Because she
I'm trying to think if there's really any other, like,
right there on her wrist.
any other characters that would easily be shipped together. I think Shuichi and Kaede from V3 would be commonly shipped together, like, in, like, the actual, like, they definitely have romantic tension in the game, you know.
I see.
Taka shake.
So the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. I literally don't care. Get out of here. My class is in. My class is at 4. Oh shit. Guys, I gotta go. We'll do this one real quick. When the fighting broke out. Wait, what else? What do I have?
The sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
That's what
Okay, no, I missed it.
she grabbed her, let go of Coke, and they killed her.
And that's exactly what happened.
I don't think I can save right now. Oh wait, can I? Okay, guys. No, I can't. Alright.
When the fighting's with the culprit, and that's when the first
Sword-based sneak attack.
Shit.
What broke Miss Mizono's wrist. So she tried to grab the kitchen and let go
I
of
shot too
Coke,
late.
and that's exactly
Guys, I just don't want to be late for my first class. I just want to get through this. I've got like, I have to leave in like 15 minutes, and I still have to do a bit more preparing. Get out. Get out of here.
Actually, no. I don't...
All right. All right. Sorry. Get out of here. Okay. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I really appreciate everybody who like chatted and everything. It's super fun. I am so much more interesting when I have people to talk to. So having people so active in the chat makes me feel like my content is actually more fun to watch. But I also really appreciate just everybody who enjoys my content enough to hang out with me. But I gotta go. Can't stick around and chat for long. Alright, see you guys later. Love you all platonically, and moi.